Hey guys, I just figured I'd upload a video on how to take care of a Pacman frog. And first, the aquarium size you need, that's about 10 gallon. That's what you'll need. And they can use it for a juvenile all the way to an adult. He's still pretty young. He's about 2.5 inches long. When he's full grown, he'll be about 5 or 6 inches. He can live with this his whole life. And you might be asking why I got a heat lamp. You don't really need one for any kind of amphibian, but I got it just simply because I keep the air conditioner on in my room all the time. And with the air conditioner on with no heat, it's about 60 degrees, and that's a bit too chilly for him for a daytime temperature. Which right about now it's about 74 degrees, which is ideal. I got a tropical fish thermometer you put in the water, and the green lines are how you want to have it for fish, but that's perfect for frogs too, because that's about the temperature a Pacman needs. And he's a little albino. I've only had him for about a week, and he's coming along pretty good. What you might ask, they eat? He eats crickets now, and we ran out of them today, so now I feed him the Zoom frog food, and it works decent. It don't work as good as a cricket, but it still works. And the substrate, I used the Zilla Jungle Mix, and it works good. A lot of people are using coconut fiber, but I like this because I like it more of a soil base to it. And the humidity right about now is ideal. We want to get it in a 50 to 80% range. I usually keep mine about anywhere from 55 to 65 most of the time. Occasionally, whenever I can get it, I'll get it up to 70. He's a little blowed up. He's kind of mad at me. I don't know why he is. So I'm not going to try to pick him up or nothing. And here's some calcium in this bag. I don't use it that much, but still might need to use it sometimes. The hides I use, this is the Zoom turtle hut. It ain't really the most expensive, but my budget was tight, and I got a T-Rex skull made by Exoterra, I believe. It works good. He gets up behind it. He feels safe. I don't know if the camera got that, but he just struck at me. He's still a little upset. I had no clue why. And with me leaving the air conditioner on all the time, I use a 50-watt bulb, and it gets him just right. Yeah, I used to use a basic mister. You know, that keeps it humid in there. And he's really gotten fat since I got him. He's a little blowed up, but whenever he ain't blowed up, he's still pretty fat. And they're perfect for beginner frog keepers or whatever. Beginner amphibians. And this is what I feed him with. These are short compared to what most people use, but I like them because they're more dynamic. It's easier to use them. And that about sums it up. But one thing you gotta look out for is if you use this kind of substrate, they can ingest it and it'll cause an intestinal blockage. It's 50% fire and 50% peat moss. See, he ain't gonna get in a big piece like that in his mouth, but he can get a smaller piece in there. About like that. You just need to watch out for that whenever you're feeding them. And they do burrow. He's only fully burrowed once, but that's because the substrate was deeper than it is in most places. And about that, put it about 2.5 inches deep. I need to put some more in there. You can see one of his old burrows right there in that corner. And against the turtle hut, that's his new burrow back in the corner. He's actually big enough where I can almost stop feeding him pinkies. I just got some the other day. If you don't know what a pinky is, I'll go grab some. Just sit the camera out here for a second. I'll go get it. You can't really see them that good, but the pinky, just a baby mouse is all it is. The lady at my local pet store said they got one. He's not quite as big as mine. They said they feed him a pinky every 4 days as a main diet. I wouldn't recommend it because they will get fat off of that. I don't know if he's ready for a pinky or not. And if you wonder what kind of morph he is, it's just a regular albino. On another video, I'll show you how to mix that food. And I'll show you a video of him eating it. I'm gonna go put these back in the freezer. I'll be right back. Another thing you want to watch out for is that they are easy to overfeed and they will get fat. Because he's gotten a little fat, but that's kind of normal. I ain't really paying that much attention to it, but if he gets too fat, let's say right now, if he's 100 grams right now, he's a little fat for his size. Needs to reduce it down to about 80 grams. When they're fully grown, they'll be about 150 to 200 grams, I believe. Another thing, you don't handle these frogs that much. They got extra sensitive skin compared to most frogs. And holes in our skin can irritate their skin. And I haven't handled him but like 3 times anyway. And he's not really much of a fan of it. He has snapped at me. He's never been successful at biting me. But he does have an attitude, as you can see. Yeah. He jumps at about anything that moves. That's kind of good because that's normal. But he's a little more aggressive than he ought to be. I believe that's it. I have an Exoterra Mini Mister. It's like 16.5 fluid ounces, I believe. The only problem I really have with it is that sometimes the sprayer won't work and I have to take the top off and pour it in there. And it's kind of hard because you don't want it drowning. And you never spray directly at them. You might ask why I don't have a water bowl. The substrates are moist enough they absorb the water through their skin. That's how they're hydrated. I think that's it. Another thing you might want to look out for, if you feed them mice, try to give them frozen, pre-killed thawed mice, because the thing a lot of people have problems with is that the mice can scratch the inside of their throats up, their mouth, anything, and that's really dangerous to them. And you can't give them prey no wider than the distance between their eyes, because that's how wide their throat is. And he's got a little bit bigger, so I might try a pinky one day, and I'll video and if it's successful, I'll post it. But other than that, that's about it. Well, thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe.